Good morning. If this is your first time, I'm Kyle. I am one half of the Wandering Shores. So my wife Michelle and I have been boondocking around the country for about 5 years now, and we've got another great campsite review for you. If you like the hustle and bustle of towns, this is not going to be the place for you. This is quiet, remote, and lots of outdoor recreation options for you. I'm standing here right near the stocked trout pond that has been somewhat active throughout the time that we've been here. This is a 14-day stay limit, and I'm going to tell you more about this amazing spot in what is the Umatilla National Forest, which is a larger part of the Wallowa-Whitman National Forest in Oregon. If you enjoy free camping and boondocking across the United States, well, we've got a lot more for you. If you haven't already, checked out thewanderingshores.com, and we have an interactive Google map there where you can see all of the spots we've done campsite reviews of, as well as things to do in the area. All right, so come along with me, folks. I am not going to take us on a drive in. All I can tell you is that this is a very large, very well-maintained gravel road, forest road into the area, which is known as Emily Mountain Road, I believe, or Emily Peak Road. This is one of the major boondocking areas. As you can see, there are fire rings and lots of opportunity. There is a conversion camper over there. We are over there in the main area. So a couple things to think about when looking at this area. Number one, super easy to get into. It is about 35 miles east of Pendleton, Oregon, and about 30 miles west of LaGrande, Oregon. Those are the two major areas. There is not a lot of, there is no town anywhere near us. The closest gas station are in either Pendleton or in LaGrande. So be advised of that. But we'll share all the details about the resources once we go to the Google overview. But a couple things I want to mention about this camping area. Number one, lots of outdoor recreation areas, mountain bikes, hikes, ATV, snowmobile during the winter. This is a very popular snow park area. And I'm going to show you some of that in clips, because there are some snow parks along the way in, but you can't park there. You can't camp there, I should say, and you need a special permit. But one of the very important caveats about this boondocking area is that it is a mixture of public land and private land, and you have to be very, very careful on ensuring that where you're camped is public land. I highly recommend Onyx Off-Road, or Onyx Back Road, sorry. Onyx Back Road would show the actual roads that allow dispersed camping, because it is a bit confusing. This campsite that we're at is about 3.5 miles in off of the main highway and is big enough for dozens and dozens of rigs. There are fire pits all around. It is, like I mentioned, a 14-day stay limit. I would say some of these sites are big enough to put 6 or 7 campers on easily. We were here during Labor Day of 2025, that's when this is, and right over there was a group of like 6 campers. They had a great time, you know, kids, everybody. So there's really a lot of options out here. Everything is fairly flat. We are actually level at our spot without using any leveling blocks, which is very unusual. But some of these roads, like this road right here, it only goes down probably about 100 yards before it becomes a non-motorized vehicle. I believe you can ride ATVs on there, but you can't drive a car. It's meant for snowmobiles during the winter. And for fun, somebody has left what we refer to as a poo with a view, a portable toilet just sitting right there in case you wanted to use that. It's here. This is dispersed, so there are no resources, no hookups, no water except for fishing if you want to fish. But you've got a lot of options out here. I'm going to take you in also and show you on the overview. There is more dispersed camping down the road. It's about another 5 miles before the rest of the dispersed camping starts, because a function of this is a lot of this area is private property, so you got to be very careful. It is fairly clean. We had a little bit of garbage in the fire pits, but nothing in comparison to some of the places we've been. It is very peaceful, very quiet. So we're going to take you inside. We're going to show you the Google overview. I'm going to show you some of the resources that are available in the area, and I'm going to show you how to best find the public land versus private land. So here we go. Hey, welcome inside. We're going to go through the Google overview and resources that are available in this area of Emily Mountain Dispersed Camping Area. At least that's what I'm calling it. So for point of geography, we are here in the northeast corner of Oregon. We're going to zoom in here and we're going to kind of show you the first pin that you need to know is going to be this one right here. I'm going to put all of these GPS coordinates in the video description, so be sure to check those out. So this area right here is going to be the exit that you're going to want to get off Interstate 84 at. It is called the Emily Road, Mount Emily Road. Now, if you're coming east or west, I'll kind of share a couple things about that here in a minute. But this is at around 4,100 feet of elevation. We're recording this in September of 2025. So as you get off the interstate, you're going to come down Mount Emily Road. Now, I'm going to switch over here to the satellite view. A couple of these stars that I've put here are something that I want to point out. So first off, this first area you're going to come to, which I believe is the GPS coordinates that you'll find in Campendium for these boondocking areas. You cannot camp in this area. Let me take you to the video real quick. Boondocking area we plan to stay. This is the actual snow park, but here up on all these trees it says no camping. Now, we weren't planning on staying at the snow park area, but it's not a good sign that says no camping. Big set of rib bones there for some animal. All right, I'm going to bring you back here after showing you that you cannot camp in this area. I'm going to take you a little bit further down. As you can see, it's also called Forest Road 031 or Summit Road. It's a road that is very confused. So this area right here, you will see Mount Emily Snow Park. There is a sign here that says you need to have a permit. I don't know what permit that is. It may only be relevant at the time if you're using it during the winter, because this is a very popular cross-country skiing and snowmobiling area. But you'll see a National Forest sign right here. Now, as you see on National Forest Road 3102, if you go down a little bit further, down this way, and this road is in fairly good shape. There is a few potholes. One of them's kind of large, not problematic to get your RV down there, but if you are forecasting rain in the near future, it probably fills up pretty quickly and becomes a muddy mess. But as you come back down here, you can see that there is some boondocking right here, right there, and right there. We opted not to use that spot. I'll show you here in a minute the spot that we did use. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, 95%, if not 100%, all of this road right here is private property until you get up to this Mount Emily Snow Park spot on the road. So be careful. You should not be parking anywhere in this area. Again, go to Onyx Off-Road to get verified. They have a layer of what is the dispersed camping area. Now, after you leave this area and this potential, then again, you're in private property until you get up to about this section right here where the heart is. I'll pull that up for you. This is the area we opted to camp at. We just turned up in here. As you can see, here is the pond that you saw in the intro. This is our boondocking spot right here. And the pool with a view is right there. And you can see camping there, camping there. There is a boondocking spot just through here. Let me see where that's at. I think you have go. It's a little hard to tell here. Oh, it's right in that area. There's another boondocking spot. This is that road in the intro that I told you that you can only go about 100 yards down. I don't know exactly where there is a gate there, but I think it's right about there is a gate. Beyond that, it's no motorized vehicles other than like ATVs and snowmobiles, I think. So this is a really good option. As you continue down the road, and this is about 3.5 miles in from the interstate. As you continue down the road, you're going to find another nice boondocking spot right here. But again, Onyx Off-Road will show you what is and what is not private property versus public lands. If you go in a little bit further, let me get up there, you go, there's another spot right here. This marker of 3109 National Forest is about 9 miles or 9.5 miles in from the highway. So keep that in mind. And like that, I'm back. Sorry, we had a sick cat that we had to tend to, but Marley's feeling okay now. He just had a hairball. So this area back here, it's about 9.5 miles in. This is a pretty rough and rutted road, so just be cautious of that. If you just turn right off the road and kind of camp right here, you're fine. But we did drive the truck back here to this area, and this area is really rough. I wouldn't try to drag a trailer back there at all. But as you can see, there is plenty of opportunity back here as well. So there is a lot of dispersed camping here in this Umatilla National Forest. Now let's talk about the resources. First of all, there's not a whole lot in the immediate area, so we'll start with that. Most of the resources you're going to go to are going to be either in LaGrande, which is about 30 miles, or Pendleton, which is about 35 miles the other direction. Now, down in LaGrande, we did find a campground. It's called LaGrande. Oh, sorry, I switched over. LaGrande Rendezvous RV Resort. They will allow you to fill up with water for free. It is well water, but just give them a call, and they had no problem letting us swing in. We just used our bladder when we were there. We didn't have the RV attached, so we just went down and filled up our water bladder at LaGrande RV Resort. So that is an option to get water. You might ask them to, if you can throw out a bag of garbage. They do have dumpsters there for the RV resort, but I didn't have any garbage at the time, so I didn't ask them about that. One thing I will tell you, I'll put the GPS coordinates for LaGrande RV Resort. Use my GPS coordinates if you're heading there, because if you use the ones for the campground, they will take you to every entrance that is not open. So, you know, it took me originally right here where there's a gate. Then it took me over here and there's a gate. So I'm going to put this coordinate right here so that when you come in off the main road, you turn here on Bearco Loop and go to the campground. There is a post office in LaGrande, there is a Walmart, and there is a Safeway. So all of those are options there in LaGrande. Let's go back to this layer. Now, if you go towards Pendleton, Pendleton is going to have the same thing. They're going to have grocery stores. They're going to have Walmart. They're going to have post office. I'll put links to those things in the video description. One thing I want to mention, though, is the closest, I guess, water, if you're not coming from this direction, to fill up when you get close to your boondocking spot is going to be here at the Deadman Pass rest area. Now, let's talk about this. If you're coming eastbound, you're going to get off right here, and this is the rest area. There is no water. There is no dump here. The dump in the water is over on the west side, westbound. But as of this filming in September of 25, the dump station is closed, and it appears the water station is closed. But let me show you what we found when we got there. All right, folks, so we pulled over here at the rest stop at the top of Deadman's Pass to get some water. There's dump stations at many of the Oregon and Washington rest areas, and turns out that the dump station and water is actually on the westbound, and we're going eastbound. So he said that it's currently inoperable except for the water, which is honestly all we need. And so he said I can just go ahead over there and move the cones, and this should be fun because let me show you the tunnel we got to go through.
This scares me.
After 100 feet, turn right on I-84.
We are 10'8".
Turn right.
Oh.
So I might have to bring in the mirrors, but let me see. Okay, so as you can see, if you're coming westbound, you're going past the boondocking area, but it is an option if you want to run down here potentially. But again, I can't attest to whether or not it's going to be working when you're here, because the dump station is officially closed and the water appears to be closed, though we happened to talk to the right staff member who told us to go on in and just move the cones so that we could get water. And as you saw, this tunnel right here, 12.6 and super tight. So use at your own discretion. I hope this information is helpful. If you like this type of content, oh, real quick, there is very good Verizon signal at our campsite, and most of the area in has good Verizon signal. Starlink's no problem. Obviously, as you saw, we have a wide open, clear view of the sky in every direction, and solar is good as well. So for those of you who are interested in that. This is National Forest, so a lot of the trails you should be allowed to hike with your pets, probably dogs, but I guess horses and, you know, whatever, bison if you got one. So if you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. Please think about subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to check out thewanderingshores.com, because we have a free interactive map of all of the boondocking sites that we've done videos of, which I think is probably close to 110 now. Thanks, and see you next week.